All right, hello YouTube, Stottle here of Stottle's Throttles, and we have finally the LEGO Star Wars Set 75288 AT-AT 40th Anniversary Empire Strikes Back set. And man, oh man, I gotta be honest, I am really proud of how it's looking on the camera right now. I am happy with the work I did to build it. Obviously, this isn't the $800 version. Cross your fingers that I'll get to do that eventually, and I don't have any way for y'all to donate, but I do want to get that set eventually. I think that it's a lot sturdier than this one, and I think that the legs improved a lot. So let's get right into this review, this showcase. I will be including a build montage at the end of the video, or actually right now. So I will cut the video like this. So all right. Now, if we're back here, you just watched the montage of building this. It's about a 5-minute thing, but let's get right into the review. So, this set comes with the walker itself. Opinions on it. I don't imagine a kid getting this set, using it as a play set, and not constantly having to put parts back on it. It's probably, I haven't ever had an AT-AT build. It's probably better than a lot of the ones that came in the past. But it's, I mean, it doesn't take much to push this bad boy down. I don't want to deliberately cause any damage to it right now. I've already had to put parts back on it and, you know, mess around with it. And I'm just content with it the way that it is. I'm displaying it. I'm not playing with it at this particular point. I'm not making videos of it walking or anything, even though I might want to. I think the legs could use improvement. There's nothing, like, there's a lot of room for improvement on the legs because that's the flimsiest part. If you put them too high or too low, you move it the wrong angle, the whole thing falls. And I might demonstrate that as I move it to try and showcase some of the features here. But we open up the hatch here. The hatch is accurate. You know, it looks good. It looks really good from the outside. But on the inside, you can only really fit 2 characters. They can't sit side by side. There can't be 3. Like in the movie, there's the general in the back, and then there's the 2 stormtroopers piloting the darn thing. And you can only fit one of them and him in here. That's probably not an issue on the... Don't want that happening. Probably not an issue on the $800 version. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it. I'm waiting. It's a surprise. It was a process to get this built while I was filming it. It took about 4 hours, at maybe 4 to 6 hours total to get this thing done. In addition to filming it, and I was doing things in between, right? But this is not like a quick build by any means. But it's not like ridiculously long of a build. And you know, me multitasking, and I also you'll see in the video what I do for organizing and building the set, but I'll let that speak for itself. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. I hardly moved anything, and now this leg wants to buckle. That's a problem for me. See, and then now it's down. It's down, and then pieces are popping off. I don't know if you guys have experienced the same problems as you guys have done the build. I'm curious if you guys have any pointers for me aside from just don't touch the darn thing, because this gets frustrating very fast. It gets frustrating. These pieces right here that are like right there and there, they love to fall off. They love to fall off, especially at these joint areas, and that's just annoying. It's just annoying. And if you're a kid playing with it, I don't imagine that these pieces don't end up building like a MOC or something, because you cannot keep this built if you are actually doing battles with this thing. So there's that. So let's see, this is just annoying. And then now what else is going to break? You know, what else is going to go wrong here? This is getting absurd right now. So just bear with me, guys. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So, is this a great set? Looks-wise and play-wise and all that? Absolutely. Is it the most ingenuitive with how it goes about existing? No. Like, this piece right here that's inside of these joints, this should be one of the thicker ones, don't you think? Like, it would secure more, because essentially you're talking about putting it on that. It should be one of the bigger ones. And if I was to rebuild this, if I had a bunch of spare pieces, I would probably experiment a little bit with securing these legs and stabilizing them, because when the legs fall, everything else starts to fall. It's a chain reaction. I hope that you guys don't have to see that here in this video, but like standing it back up again, you have to be precise. See, that doesn't work. And it just would get annoying. As a child, I could not imagine. The fact that it's standing right now is a miracle. So let's get into more of the features. I really love the front. It looks good. I love the neck here as well. That's an interesting strategy for building that. Inside we have a lot of good space. It's not as good as the $800 one, but there's enough room in here for, in the chairs at least, there's 5 of the chairs. In addition, there's room for a speeder to fit in there, and it's right in the middle. I'm not going to try and pull it out because that's a whole process. It comes with a little mini speeder, similar to this one. This one, of course, is from the accessory pack, but it's neat on the inside. You know, I really do appreciate the inside of these builds like that. I appreciate the space. That being said, it's not problematic. I wish that these folded out a little bit better. I know that they probably do on the other version, but like the fact that this is just like you can tilt these a little. This is what I'm talking about. These parts, which are like, I'll show you as I'm putting it back. So this fell off from right inside of there, and they always fall off. Like, there are just components of this that don't feel like they were as ingenuitive as they should have been. Here's a look at the other side. It comes with this little part. I'm not quite sure if that's supposed to be for Luke's harness, and I just didn't do that right, or what exactly that little part's for. I'm sure YouTubers have covered it before. In the front, you just have the mechanics here. You can actually open that up, and then that is the drawstring that pulls Luke up. Which is just like a little string. I think that they could have done that better as well. A lot of nitpicks on this. It's not that I don't like it, and it's not that I feel good that I spent money on it and would hope that somebody would rebuy it one day with the nostalgia of it. I know they make a lot of these, and it comes with a great selection of minifigures, as you could tell. Actually, that's a good amount, but there's a lot of issues with this that are just problematic, to say the least. You open up the back here, you get a back view. I even able to fit in a snowtrooper right there, actually, or at least I was initially. So, not going to stay in there for too long because this is just too fragile to be messing around with a ridiculous amount. But hey, this is an honest review, right? These are my honest thoughts on it. You know, building a set like this, I love the accessories that came with it. Like I said, it came with a speeder that's very similar to this. It's just a little bit, not even as good as a speeder. It was a mini speeder, not a full speed. It wasn't as good. Came with a couple snowtroopers and some gun turrets and things like that. Things that make sense in a set like this. And when you pair it with that ATST and the battle pack, you really do get a real good selection there. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with the characters and the accessories. Like I said, the speeders, take it or leave it, but overall, if I were to, and keep in mind the numbers that I assign to these sets, you know, you can care, you cannot care. They're just derogatory numbers on its, 10-point scale here. There are different features to highlight. First of all, as far as the accessories and the figures, I'd say that's about a 7 out of 10. Room for improvement. The look of the set, I would say it looks as it should. But when the pieces fall off, when you poke it the wrong way and something just falls off, that affects how it looks. And because then you put it back on, and then you got to worry about putting it in the right spot, and there's so many pieces. I would say it's probably more of a 6 out of 10 on the look scale, because it is really nice. Minifigures, I just like the minifigures. I don't think that there's anything particularly extremely exclusive about them that would make it automatically a 9 out of 10. If there's something exclusive, it'd be a 10 out of 10. I don't think any of these guys are particularly exclusive or things that you wouldn't see again. That being said, the legs are a 0. They are a 0. No, they're holding it up. It's not as bad as what probably was in the past. Like I said, I'll have to, get an old AT-AT. We'll build it on film because I know y'all like the retro videos type. But it's just they're bad. I'm not gonna. If I poke them, they will fall. If I move a dresser with it on it, it will fall. So keep that in mind. Movability, it's low. We're talking like a 3 on movability. It can move a little bit, and that has to do with playing as well. If you want to play with this set, and enjoy all of its features and you're moving it around a lot, you're probably going to end up saying it is a 2 or a 3 out of 10, because it's just, like I said, something always falls off. It's always something. Whether it's one of those back pieces there, or something random from the inside of the thing, it's going to, fall off. Now, cabin-wise, the cabin's a 10 out of 10. It's a great, AT-AT cabin. The paneling on the outside, I love this detail. It could be modified. Now, overall, final number, I'm going to give it it's a 7 or an 8. On a bad day where it keeps falling down, it's probably a 5. But it looks great. I enjoy displaying it. I enjoy what I did with it. I would say the best way to go about this set is to personally modify it. Make those legs stronger. And I'm sure there are videos out there of YouTubers, and all the respect to you guys who do that research to find ways to make these legs better. Because if those legs weren't a problem, and if some of the pieces were done in a sturdier way, which I imagine could be the case, you're dealing with something that could be a 10 out of 10. For being a $100 play scale set, it could be a 10 out of 10 if you do the right things. Now, this video is going to be interesting because I'm going to propose an idea. Because I've been seeing it, and now I'm going to modify the idea. So, we're going to be getting a black dark side version of the Millennium Falcon this year. If you've been watching all the leak videos from YouTubers, you'll know that that is on its way. And I love that. I love the idea that we are getting a couple of sets this year. We're also getting the TIE Fighter X-Wing that you put together that makes a ship from Legends. And, of course, we're dealing with two concepts here. We're dealing with more Legends sets, which is incredible. And I've been saying that this whole time, boys and girls and ladies and gents and folks. All right? Okay? So we're talking about Legends material. And on top of that, oh my goodness, we are talking about what if material. Dark side Millennium Falcon with a light side white version of Darth Vader, which I have to have 10 of, if not 20. Incredible. It had me thinking. Now, this is not exactly a what-if scenario, but we really have only seen the standard AT-AT, and then, of course, the First Order had their AT-AT. I want to see modifications. I want to see what about a Rebel AT-AT that's all painted, that like Sabine Wren took it and the Rebel symbol is everywhere and there are Jedi symbols and things. I want to see a Rebel AT-AT. And in fact, it had me thinking even further. This is designed to, induce fear, right? Through means of force. You see this thing coming, even on a white, dark, and snowy planet, you're going to see this big camel walking toward you, right? But I was thinking, I was like, well, of course, the Tarkin Doctrine emphasizes, brute force, and you just slam the damn thing down. But, what if? What if they did? Like, obviously, the rebels knew that the Empire was coming if they approached the planet either way. But I don't know. I'm just thinking of how this would be more stealthy. What about a white one with black trim, like a stormtrooper? Like you take this color scheme and you put it on this. I mean, the gray is great, and it really emphasizes the dullness of the Empire. It's a dull color. It really is. I mean, it is the dull color. It's not that I don't like the color gray, but you tell me, what do y'all think of that idea? A white AT-AT with black trim. I'm sure customs exist, right? And I'm not necessarily saying this is a priority for LEGO to do such a thing, because there's so many other things that they need to do first. But instead of seeing another one of these in a few years, because one will inevitably come out, that's just standard. This same set at the same location. because it would be another Hoth ATAT walker. It would have Luke. It would have all this. What if they did a version of it that was a camouflage and followed the colors that I'm talking about? Or the idea of Sabine Wren painting an AT-AT walker and just all kinds of jumbled together pieces, right? Like, I'm thinking, because there's a lot of panel space on here. You can add a lot of pizzazz to this thing. And of course, you could add it on your own. You could add like little dots pieces and make it like you're painting, right? But I'm talking about like official, like we're messing around, you know, we're messing around territory, you know? So anyway, guys, that's my video. Just some random ideas and thought-provokingness going on. You know, I hope y'all enjoyed. Stay tuned. There will be much more to come. The Darth Vader transformation set is one that I need to actually sit down, build, and do that on video. I hope to get that filmed here really, really soon. There will be more sets to come, more reviews. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're getting on to the point where it's too long anyway. Peace out, guys. Stay throttled. If you can still get this for less than $200 right now, by the way, as it is retired, and it's less than $200 and you see it out there, I got it for like $130, maybe at the most, $120 something. Get it. Get it. If you care about this set, get it now, because it's just going to keep going up on price on the secondhand market. It's a big set. It's a $100 play set, sure, but you know how it is. So anyway, guys, glad y'all stay tuned. Peace out. Buy it now. Farewell. This is not investment advice. Fast talking, ending, conclusion. Pew.